How's the campaign going, Grendel? Are you brewing up something exciting for our next session?
Just leave me alone, Grolix. I've spent hours on this one shot, and I still haven't got names for my NPCs or what they call their annual festival, and I don't know whether to make the mayor the blacksmith's uncle or they're just old adventuring buddies.
Grendel, what if I told you there's a way to make DMing easier for you and make your players more excited to show up every week?
Let me guess, more random goblin attacks. Ooh, a TPK with a gelatinous cube. That works every time.
No, even better. You let the players build the world.
I don't think so. That is not happening. I built this world from scratch, Grolix. The maps, the pantheons, the politics, an entire economy based on the average price of an adult owlbear pelt. You think I'm letting Dozer the barbarian decide what the capital city looks like?
I get it, I do. You've built a beautiful world full of lore, mystery, and rich history, although I never understood the owlbear pelt economy.
Grolix, I've told you a dozen times. The ancient elf settlers of the Great Kingdom.
Okay, we're getting off track. The point is, you've built this rich sandbox world. It's your baby.
It is. It's my beautiful, necrotic, blood-soaked baby Atropol.
Ooh, okay. But here's the thing. Your players want to care about that baby, Atropol, too. If you let them leave a few fingerprints on it, they're gonna treat it like it's theirs, not just yours.
Right. Sure thing. Yeah, until they hang a beer mug necklace around the statue of Tia the Death Goddess's neck, and then they start calling her frat mom.
Okay, but if that gets your table laughing and they're still talking about it weeks later, isn't that a win? Look, you don't have to hand them the map and say go nuts. Start small. Ask questions. Who was your mentor? When you cast Eldritch Blast, what does it look like? What does it look like when you deliver that final killing blow?
Yeah, I do a lot of that already. I ask the clerics to describe what their rituals are or what sorts of requirements their religious order has. Hell, when a player dies, I even ask what the player's last actions or words were so they get that final heroic moment.
Oh, I know, and we love it. This is just taking the concept a little bit further. What is the name of the tavern in the town you just traveled to? You notice the barkeep has an interesting affectation. What is it? What does he look like? What's his name? What's something weird about the tavern that you haven't seen anywhere else?
Yeah, okay. But if I ask the bard what's weird about the tavern, he's going to say something dumb like, oh, there's a talking spittoon, or there's a sentient chair dancing around the bar.
Great. And now there's something interesting about the tavern. It isn't just another generic tavern named after an animal with a random adjective and a grizzled barkeep. It's unique. It's fun.
Yeah, I could probably play off of that to do some interesting things. And it would save me some prep time I could spend on more important thematic elements of my campaign.
Exactly. And more importantly, it's memorable. The players will remember the tavern where the rogue got drunk and tried to seduce the dancing chair.
Now that sounds like a solid Friday night.
Baby. And the more they help shape the world, the more they care about it, and they'll be invested. Asking questions, remembering NPC names, defending villages that they invented, and following plot threads that you didn't have to dangle.
Yeah. And then I have them describe it, and I incorporate it into my campaign.
Exactly. Now it's a collaboration. You're working together, making things interesting. Say they're traveling between towns. Instead of rolling out a random table to see what kind of herbs they find in the bushes, maybe they hear something. What is it? What does it sound like? Did they see something in the woods?
Yeah, but how do I know they're not going to do something completely stupid and random that blows everything up? Like, ooh, we found 10,000 pieces of gold buried under this tree stump.
You don't have to let it go off the rails. I mean, they're still not the ones in charge of the story.
Well, that would be less work for me.
Well, less prep, more buy-in. And honestly, they'll surprise you. Even you've said some of the best plot twists you've run in your campaigns have come from offhand player suggestions.
That's true. So you're saying I can still be the evil mastermind, but I don't have to do all of the evil paperwork?
Now you get it. Delegate your diabolical duties. You can still guide the tone and shape the big arcs, but if you give them space to contribute, the story becomes something you all own.
Okay, fine. But look, if anybody makes a city called Poopwater Junction, I'm dropping a meteor on it.
Talk about dropping a deuce.